90 days, you apply that silver bullet, you don't need a job. Whatever company you're using, you can make $50,000 easy, even with that little $50,000 low rung funded account. Every one of these combines, every single one of them, all of you could do it in a month. All of you could do it in a month. That combine, whatever company you're using, every single one of them are Mickey Mouse level easy. But you won't beat it unless you're disciplined. You won't beat it unless you're organized. You won't beat it. You won't beat that combine if you do not have the right mindset and have control over yourself and say, okay, this is all I'm doing. This is all I'm doing. You should be saying, I want to be good at getting consistently 3 handles. It's not even 5. Start there. If 5's too much, start with 3 once a day. And if you can do it, then start aiming for 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. That's 6 handles a day. In 10 days, you apply that silver bullet. You could whip the shit out of that combine if you did that with 1 contract. You don't need to use their high end, this is how many contracts you can trade. You don't need it. 1 contract, you can replace what you earn at majority of what your present income is. Now, I know there's some of you are 6-figure people that have careers and such, and God bless you for it. But the majority of folks in America don't make 6 figures. Majority of them don't even make $50,000 a year. It's sad. But you can make $50,000 easy as fuck. Even with that little $50,000 low rung funded account. Once you understand how to read price and you understand how to determine where the draw on liquidity is, 90 fucking days, you apply that silver bullet, you don't need a job. That is not 90 days you can quit your job. There's people out there taking my comments and making YouTube channel videos saying I'm going out there and telling everybody to quit their job in 90 days. No, you have to at least know what price is doing apart from the silver bullet. The silver bullet's just a multiplier. It's a model that lets you go in and act on what you should already understand about the marketplace. You're not doing that in 90 fucking days. Okay. You're not. You will not. Okay. So that way we're understanding ourselves. But if you spent a year back testing and tape reading and you get a really good feel for what markets are doing and how they work from one liquidity to the next, look at the video I put up, One Setup for Life. I literally tell you how to go in there and use the previous session's liquidity. And for the folks that are asking me, can you teach the London session? Just look at the previous day's afternoon PM session. I don't know why you're making it hard. Like, that's what you do. That's all you do. Apply that in between the 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, London Open Kill Zone. Whether it's Forex or futures, it doesn't fucking matter. It's the same stuff. Like, you are all complicating something I've made very simple. You just didn't do what was required. You have to step into that uncomfortable area of development, just like weight training, dieting. Anything worth having and maintaining is going to require effort. And you are trying to learn the highest form of financial education on the planet. Think about what you're expecting. You think that you're just going to roller skate into this shit with $500, $100 account, and all of a sudden now you're fucking rich. This is not Instagram, okay? That's all bullshit over there. It's going to take you a lot more time, a lot more effort, and a whole lot more money than you're willing to put into it. And now there's other avenues where these funding companies are making it available to you. That resource, while it's available, it might be worth it. I'm not saying you should. It might be worth it for you to do it. If you don't trade more than 1 contract and you can replace your job's income, is that a failure? Which time of day works for you? London, morning AM in New York, or PM session. Forget Asia. You can't trade in Asia. There's not enough moves. Can it? Does it sometimes? Yes. But not, in my opinion, not to find consistency and find yourself out of your job. No. No. The volatility is too low right now. When the markets were really wild and we had these really 300 pip handle, not handle, but 300 pip ranges every day, this was years ago. Asia used to be really nice, but it's consolidated and it's a whole lot more quiet in that period of time. Even in the yen pairs, Aussie pairs, New Zealand dollar, they're usually the markets that are prone to be more active then, and they're just simply not enticing enough to do it. So what happens? What do you got to do, ICT? If the only thing I can trade right now is in Asia, then you need to make changes in your life. If you want this bad enough, you'll make the changes. And the efforts that you do in your back testing will give you the courage to make those changes. Don't just do it blindly. Show yourself with evidence that the things that I'm teaching you are in the charts, not because you did it for a week or a month. Really, really go in there and be highly critical. Do the things I tell you show up in price action. When I tell you they're going to show up, how I teach you that they're going to appear in price. You're not manifesting shit. The market's going to design. It's designed. It's coded to deliver like this. If these things are in price action beforehand, in that time of day, you expect this thing to unfold, and then you wait for it to happen, and you do that week after week until you have months of experience doing it. Nobody's going to be able to convince you that what you have observed isn't the facts in reality. And you will do whatever you need to do to make the changes in your life. That means change your career, change your location, move, step down from how you live right now. If you're single and you don't have kids, it's real easy to do that. But if you have a family, it's challenging. I'm not saying it isn't. But are you willing, if you discover that you can do this, but you have to make some changes that require you to go down in your living? You might live in a nice single family house. What happens if you go down to an apartment because of the requirements for money or moving to a different time zone? All of you are going to have different things, these different kinds of barriers, but they're not mountains that can't be passed. They're just speed bumps. And I'm trying to minimize it because I know some of you are going to have, but you, ICT, you don't know. It's easy for you to say. No, look, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that I don't have a way of fixing everything for all of you. Remember, no sugarcoating. And you can't fault me because you live in a time zone and work a career and you have a family and you have a spouse that is not supportive. That's not my fucking problem. I didn't create that problem for you. And some of you send me emails bitching to me like I caused that for you. I didn't do that. I don't know you. But that's the level of mentality some people will apply to me as a mentor and think that, I'm somehow supposed to pull something out of my ass to fix that. I don't have a solution for those things. You're going to have to make those changes.